Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bleach Brave Souls! And before we start talking about the new update 4.5 for the game, I'm hyped because in 9 hours, 58 minutes, according to BraveSouls.fyi, the filler Mind Gacha with Mind Byakuya, Katen Kyokotsu, and Nemu is going to drop on Global. And we're going all in for that gacha. I specifically skipped the Death Barrier Returns gacha so I can have all my orbs available for this filler gacha, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I mean, who the hell does that? Not many people, but this is the one I'm into right now. I got about 2,500 orbs, and if you want to see that, I might live stream it as soon as it drops, which is going to be at 3 a.m. for the United States East Coast people. I think it's midnight for the West Coast people, and it's probably early morning for Europe, and I don't even know any other time zones. But you know, I might wait until the morning for me. It depends on how hyped I am. You know, I might be so hyped that I just have to summon right away. Anyway. Also guys, I know I've been putting off the 10,000 subscriber Q&A. I kind of wanted to do something special for it, but I don't know if my plan is going to work out, so it might just have to be a boring old standard me talking like this Q&A. I didn't forget about it. I will get that done. Feel free to ask me some questions in the comments of this video as well, if you have some. I'll also link the other video where I first asked for questions, so put the questions on there. I'll try to get that done in the next few days. No promises, but it will happen, guys. Just be patient. Alright, so anyway, let's move on now. The hype is real. For real. The new 4.5 update planned for late May. Alright, so when I first saw this, guys, I was like, 4.5 already? You know, didn't we just get 4.4 like not too long ago? But apparently it's coming out end of May. And there's a couple of really big changes in the works, guys. So let me just read it to you first and then we'll talk about it. So, new release system. We plan to implement a new system to allow fully powered up 6-star characters to be strengthened even further. Once a 6-star character has been powered up to maximum level and 100% on their soul tree, a new release option will become available. Releasing characters will open up new nodes on their soul trees to increase their level cap to 200. Releasing a character in this way and then powering them up will require special and new items. Alright guys, so we're getting another tier of evolution, and you know, I was kind of hyped about this at first, but then it had a minute to sink in, and I was like, oh my god, the grind is going to be so real, guys, once again. And you know, I feel like I was just finally getting established with my main account, with my global account. You know, I finally had the good accessories. I finally had all the characters I wanted up at 6-star. I was finally like, I feel like I almost had made it to the top. You know what I mean? Like my account was pretty pimped. And then, boom, they dropped new accessories. Boom, they drop another tier of evolution. So I was like, oh man, I didn't even have time to enjoy my MLG Pro status for that long. But, you know, now all that stuff is obsolete. I'm gonna have to grind new accessories again, re-level my characters and stuff. So I kind of feel like it dropped a little bit early. You know, I played the game pretty hardcore too. Probably a lot more hardcore than most average players, you know, who are kind of casual. So I know that for a fact that some of those people aren't even caught up to where I'm at in the game, and already they're releasing another tier of evolution. So it's a little early for my taste, but I'm still hyped about it. I'm still going to be really curious to see if they'll get, you know, new abilities, or is it just new statistics? You know, it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. Another thing I was concerned about with this update, with another tier of evolution, is I feel like the barrier to entry for casual players or new players is now super complicated. Like, you have to go through a 5-star evolution, a 6-star evolution, and now a level 200 evolution. And all of these different tiers require different materials and different other various things. So, and they all require characters, ascension fodder. I don't know if this update will require ascension fodder, but you know, I'm assuming that it will a little bit. So the complexity of the game has definitely been increasing, and the more complex a game gets, you know, the higher the barrier to entry for casual players and new players. So I mean, already we have to grind crystals to get to level 100. We have to grind jewels to get to 6-star. Now we're gonna have to grind something else to get to level 200. We have to get Hogyokus. We probably have to get a new item for the releasing, which I don't know what it could be. So, I mean, overall, the complexity has me a little bit concerned. For probably most of my audience, you guys and my friends, actually, both the same thing, guys. You guys are my friends too. It won't be a problem, you know, because we're hardcore. We know what we're doing. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Will it be too complex? Will it be too complicated, too annoying for most casual players to go into? Only time will tell, guys. But I'm pretty excited about it. I want to see some of the older characters that kind of were underpowered get a little bit of a boost from this. As we all know, we all want Gian to get a little bit of a buff, and that might happen with this system. We'll have to wait and see. But they've done this in other games, and you know, it does generate more hype for the game. Like I said, though, the timing, I wish it would have been a little later. Alright, guys, so that's my thoughts on that. It'll be interesting. I keep saying that over and over. But let's move on now. In-game video recording. Alright, so this was announced a long time ago, and I kind of thought they had forgotten about it, but I remember there was another patch note a couple of updates ago where they said it was more difficult to implement than they had anticipated. So, I mean, it does seem like a complicated thing to put in the game. So, I mean, I'm going to give KLab a pass on that, you know. The fact that they're doing it at all is amazing. You know, hopefully it works out really well. Hopefully it's smooth and easy, and, you know, everyone can do it. So, I mean, I might be out of the job, but that's okay. As long as it's good for the game, it's good for me. I'm cool with it. I might actually use it myself, so we'll see about that, guys. The next thing is the smoother quest retry transition. And this is a big one for me personally, guys, because let me just read it first. It says, up until now, tapping the retry button on the results screen at the end of a quest would send you back to the quest details screen. After the update, you will now be taken to the prepare for quest screen, and the top friend in the select ally list will be automatically selected, making the quest retry process smoother and more efficient. Yes, guys, yes! I'm very happy about this low-key update that is just going to make my life so much better, because, you know, when you finish a quest, you press retry, you go through a loading screen, and you go to it says prepare for quest, alright? You click that, another loading screen, and then you have to select the friend, you click your friend, you click start, and then finally another loading screen, and it goes. So it's kind of a hassle. I mean, it's not a hassle, but it's just a minor annoyance, you know, especially if you're kind of doing other things and just trying to, you know, grind out a bunch of, like, you know, event quests on auto. You know, there's definitely been cases where, you know, I'm kind of like working on my computer, doing some other task, and, you know, I have BBS on the side, I just press retry, go back to my work, and then I look over, I said, I'm still on the freaking prepare for quest screen. So, and I wasted a bunch of time. You know, maybe my tickets by then had recharged or whatever. So, it's just a low-key update that's going to make it a lot smoother. It's going to cut out loading screens, it's going to cut out button taps, and it's just going to make it nicer, just nicer, guys. I mean, to be honest, I wish if they went a step further and said, you know, once you press retry, it just automatically retries the quest with maybe the next person in your list, so you don't have to go through any screens at all. But I know I will take this. You know, because some people might want to change their team. You know, they might want to use Team 2 or something, or Team 3. But I would have preferred a step further. Retry automatically starts the quest. But that is just me, and I can see why they did what they did, you know. It's fine. It's a great update. Low-key, but very awesome quality of life change. And I've actually been thinking about that for a long time, guys. Because, you know, sometimes you forget to press the extra tap to go to the next screen, and then you just wasted a bunch of time. And we all know you can't be wasting time in BBS. You got to get on that grind, man. Alright, so the rest of the stuff we all know about. Co-op quest owner bonus. Room owners will get an extra reward. I don't know why I can't say that word. Reward for completing co-op quests. What could that reward be? Maybe it's an extra drop. Maybe it's like some XP crystals. I don't know. That's awesome, though. I'm fully about that. And hand in hand with that, guys, is the AFK co-op player situation. You know how people these days, they like say, I'll open the room, but you guys have to play it. It's not going to be like that anymore, because, I mean, it still might be like that, but they're not. I'm guessing that people are going to want that co-op quest owner bonus to be received. So anyway, let's read this. We plan to implement measures to deal with players who enter a co-op quest but do not participate. We will issue a notice with details of these measures when the update is made. So they've said that before, guys. I don't know what kind of measures they could be. I mean, that could be an entire separate video for me to speculate on, but it sounds pretty serious, you know? It sounds like people are going to get punished for doing co-op and AFK. So I'm glad to see that, man. There's nothing more annoying to me than that situation. It's probably the main reason I don't do random co-op that much. You know, I just go into the Discord and, you know, rally some people and we all play it together. So it'll be great, though. It'll be good for the health of the game. All right, guys. So I think I went through everything. That's my thoughts on the situation. Let me know what you guys think. There are kind of some big changes and some kind of minor changes as well. But overall, the game's going in a great direction. Very happy to see it. It's progressing pretty rapidly, if you've noticed, guys. So a lot of new stuff. So May should be very interesting. Anyway, like I said, I may do a live stream at 3 a.m. East Coast time, and that's midnight West Coast time, and probably early morning. I don't know, guys. 3 a.m. United States East Coast time might be when I summon a live stream. I know it's an inconvenient time, but you know, I might be too hyped to wait any longer. And if I do wait, you know, I'll try and give you notice, but no promises. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you thought. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, and I will see you in the next live stream, Byakuya, filler gacha summoning, or video, depending. All right, guys. Thanks once again. Bye-bye.